Hello everyone, welcome to Star Motors. Today I have a very exciting car to present you. We just received this vehicle. It's an all-new model for 2024. It is the CLE300. This thing in person is very nice. It's very big. I'd compare it closer to like an E-Class than I would a C-Class in terms of space and overall width and length. This particular one is my personal favorite that we've seen so far. It's optioned with Alpine gray exterior color, so almost like a matte gray, but it has a gloss, so there's no real metallic flakes in it. And it has the night package on it. So the night package does all the black treatment on the car, and it adds some stunning contrast when you actually take a look at it. So you have 19-inch staggered wheels, 245 up front and 275 in the rear to give you an aggressive stance when you look at it at all angles. You also have the Pinnacle trim. So when we take a look at this car, just as standard, this car is very well equipped. So you're gonna get, of course, the huge sliding sunroof, you get heated seats, you get heated steering, Apple CarPlay, you get the 12-inch displays on the inside. You, of course, get Android Auto with wireless phone charging. But the Pinnacle adds some of my favorite features. The main one is the headlights. You go from your standard LED headlights to some steering responsive headlights that are adaptive. They're called digital lights. It basically regulates the high beams on and off. Now I know that kind of sounds standard to a lot of you when you compare us to other manufacturers, but Mercedes has an edge. And I say that because the lights themselves not only turn off the high beams, what they'll do is they'll remove the lighting from the obstruction in front of you and keep the high beams on. So what that means for you is even though you have traffic, you can still have these high beams on and you can still see the surrounding area super bright and super clear. And that is one of the features, having experienced, I absolutely love. Beyond that, of course, this car does have upgraded Burmester 3D sound system. So when you're bumping your tunes and you're listening to it, it sounds absolutely fantastic. And I love the color combination. I already mentioned the Alpine gray, but this one has a power red upgraded leather interior, and it's absolutely fantastic. The CLE300 is a 2-liter mild hybrid. You get 255 horsepower and 295 pound-feet of torque. Good for 0 to 100 in 6.3 seconds. Of course, this car is all-wheel drive, so rest assured you can drive this thing year-round. On the back of the car, when you want to open the tailgate, of course, there is a button, but it's actually hidden. So that's behind the Mercedes logo. Of course, the car does have a foot-activated tailgate. I need the key on me, but in this case, we kept it in the car to keep it illuminated. So when I want to open the trunk, I just push that. It is a power tailgate. Sometimes trunk space does matter. So when we look at the inside of this, it's actually quite nice. It's huge. I can fit back there if I really needed to. The seats do fold down as well. Actually, it's comically funny because it's probably the smallest trunk pass-through I've ever seen, but it's perfect for those looking to golf or ski. Inside the car, of course, it's in typical Mercedes-Benz fashion. This vehicle is very, very nicely appointed. As I mentioned, you have the power red leather interior. I find this color combination goes extremely well. It's very striking. It flies under the radar except for the certain people that are aware of what Mercedes is doing, and then it catches the attention quite quickly. On the inside, you do have the 12-inch display for the center multimedia. You also have the 12-inch display for the driver, which is all basically completely customizable. This one has the all-new MBUX system. So what that means for you is you get some updated apps. The big thing, you now have Vivaldi browser. So what it effectively means is you can now watch Disney, Amazon, you can play games, you can do all that fun stuff from the display. Of course, Mercedes-Benz doesn't condone you doing that while you drive. I actually don't believe you can. It's a very, very cool feature to have. Again, I mentioned a little earlier that this is a blend of the E-Class and the C-Class. You do see some cues of the C-Class in here. However, the luxury features are straight from the E-Class. And what I mean by that is you can get the upgraded surround sound system, you can get massage seats, Napa leather interior, all the stuff that you would expect out of the outgoing E-Coupes and E-Cabriolets now in the CLE. That about sums up my time with the all-new Mercedes CLE300. What I would highly suggest is you come and check this car out in person, because as I mentioned, when I first saw photos of this car, it kind of flew under the radar for me. It was all kind of unassuming. I thought it was just another Mercedes-Benz product until I actually laid my hands on it. And I can assure you, this thing drives really good, sounds really good, and has all the luxury features I mentioned before. For more information, click the link in the description box below. As always, my name is Mike. Thanks for watching.